everyone, welcome you all in our YouTube channel Learning Radiology. Then start our topic. Today we will discuss on the topic angiographic equipments. So in angiographic equipment we use many type of equipment for done the procedure angiography. In angiography is a term which describes the radiological examination of a vascular structures within the body after introduction of a contrast media in human body. There are many type of components which used in angiography, so we categorize into three types. Like first one is interventional radiography room and IR suit design. Second one is imaging system which is used for angiography, and third one is instrumentation and their accessories. These are the angiographic room, and you can see that this is a CM machine and patient laying on a patient couch, and this thing is a image display system, image display, and procedure is going on. So this is a angiographic room or a angiographic team which do the angiography. First one is angiography room or IR suit, like angiography room layout. Then we required 400 to 600 square feet area for a room layout for an angiographic room, and for the angiographic room door we required 4 feet minimum width of the door, and we use area for patient holding and patient monitoring at 96 square feet area minimum. We use 96 square feet area for patient holding and patient monitoring. After room layout, we use generator for supply of electrical energy to the X-ray tube. After supply of electrical energy to X-ray tube produces X-rays. For angiography, we use 3-phase 12 pulse power cable which have at least 100 kbp with lowest ripple factor for a high power requirement for X-ray tube. In 3-phase generator, which is more uniform and have more uniform heating of anode, have a higher tube ratings and a constant voltage potential, higher energy X-ray production, have high repetition rate, and also reduce exposure time. After generator, we use X-ray tube. X-ray tube have a focal spot of 1 or 0.3 mm, which is for large heat load and small for magnification angiography. 1.0 for large heat load and 0.3 mm for a small magnification angiography, which is 0.3 mm is small and 1.0 is a large for heat load and small for magnification angiography. Disc size of X-ray tube is 15 cm in diameter and 5 cm thick for accommodate heat load. Power rating for X-ray tube is 80 kW for the rapid sequence and a serial radiography. Anode heat capacity of X-ray tube is 1 mHu for accommodate heat load. And the size and construction of anode disc which determine the anode heat capacity, which in turn to influence the power rating. An X-ray tube with minimum 80 kV rating with a 1 mHu heat capacity is required for the X-ray tube. In case of lightning, for angiographic procedure we use two type of light like incandescent and fluorescent light, because because angiographic equipment and in angiographic procedure we use intermittent fluoroscopy, and room contains two type of light like incandescent and fluorescent lights. Fluorescent light are used during the vessels puncture and the patient preparation, and fluorescent light are used and vessel function and patient preparation, and fluorescent light should be connected to the fluoroscopic control, so that when fluoroscopic is on, fluorescent light is off, and when fluorescent light is off, then fluoroscopy is on, and then fluoroscopy is off, then fluorescent light is off. Means one is on, another one is off, another one is on, one is off. Incandescent light should be on all the time. In case of display, we use LCD flat panel monitors for angiography room due to their superior image quality, and the matrix size of individual monitors must be sufficiently to display interventional images in full resolution, which is 1000 into 1000 matrix. In single plane configuration, there are multiple individual monitors are used to view the progression of the examination. One monitors provide live fluoroscopy. One monitors provide road maps, which are fluoroscopic images which created with limited amount of contrast media to illustrate the vasculature tree. And the other monitor displays a patient images from other modalities, for example 3-dimensional MRI, CT, ultrasound, or a plain radiograph. Other one displays the patient real-time physiological monitoring data. In case of image receptor, there are 3 types of image receptor used for an angiographic procedure, like sign fluorographic camera, serial graphic changer, and photofluorographic camera. Sign fluorographic camera are those camera which use of a movie camera to obtain fluoroscopic view, especially for heart and great vessels or a GIT after administration of contrast media. In serial graphic changer, we use a rapid film changer, which are often used in a pair of 2 orthogonal X-ray source in configuration called a biplane imaging. In a photofluorographic camera, it's a photography of X-ray images from the fluorescent screen. It is commonly used in some countries for the chest X-ray screening, like to diagnosis of a tuberculosis. This is a diagram of a image intensifier. Image intensifier have a input phosphor and output phosphor in a glass envelope, for outer glass envelope. These are the anode, and this point is focal point. This point is focal point. These are the photocathode, and these thing emit from input phosphor called electrons. These are the electrostatic lenses. For in a thick input phosphor are high X-ray detection efficiency, a material made up of cesium iodide, or phosphor material use zinc cadmium sulfide. Brightness can have a flux gain and magnification gain. Diameter are 6, 9, and 14 inches. Magnification factor with small gain is useful when fluoro is used for a guiding to delicate invasive procedures. For patient table, we use pedestal base, tabletop composition, tabletop dimension, tabletop motion. In vertical motion, there are motorized vertical motion sufficient to position any part of the patient's body at the vertical isocenter of the imaging plane is necessary. Tables are used in a float and stepping directions, and we use tilt the table and cradle rotations. We in tilting are a plus minus 15 degree. We tilt the table. There are table feature of angiographic table, and in case of accessories, we use guide wires which allow the safe introduction of a catheter into the blood vessels and can be pushed and twisted for the correct positioning into the vascular network. Guide wire fabricated of stainless steel contains inner core wire and tapered at the end into a soft, flexible tip. Length is 145 cm. It's coated with hydrophilic materials. Categorization are on the basis of a length, configuration of tip, and stiffness of guide wire and coating. Other one is catheter. Catheter is a long, hollow, thin tube with thin tube structure with one to several holes at the distal end through which contrast is injected. Each catheter has a specific length, a specific diameter, a specific tympanic configuration, wire admittance, and the rate of pressure tolerance. It's made up of material Teflon, polyethylene, polyurethane, and the manipulation of a catheter with vessels depend on the memory and top of the catheter. In contrast media, we use non-ionic contrast media. Non-ionic contrast media like Omnipac, Omnipac, Contrapac. There are many types of contrast media. Contrast media is a substance which is used to enhance the contrast of the structures or fluids beneath the body, human body. Commonly, it used to enhance the visibility of the blood vessels and GIT. And other devices used is a pressure injector. Pressure injector is an electromechanical injector which is used to inject the contrast medium into the blood vessel at a specific flow rate, also called as a flow rate injector. Its components are control panel, syringe, heating devices, and high pressure mechanism. Flow rate of a pressure injector depends on the viscosity of the contrast agent and the length and diameter of the catheter and injection pressure. Electromechanically powered injector usually indicate the actual pressure used during the injection procedure. The pressure ranges are from 100 to 10,000 psi. Other equipment we use emergency crash cart. Emergency crash cart is a equipment or is a equipment which have many sets of a drawer or a trays which contains emergency medication equipment at the site of a medical or a surgical emergency for a life support protocols to potentially save someone's life. This cart carries instruments for cardiopulmonary resuscitation and other medical supplies, which also functioning as a support litter for a patient. Other one we use ECG monitor for recording of the electrical activity of the heart, and for radiation protection we use lead apron, gonadal sheet, thyroid sheet, lead goggles, lead gloves, lead barriers, lead sheet. Many types of radiation protection devices are we used. These are our reference. Thank you. Comment on this video, like the video, and subscribe the channel. Okay, thank you.